following program is a production of Hō'ike Kaua'i Community Media. The Hoike Weekly has been made possible in part by the Rice Street Business Association, the Kauai Island Utility Cooperative, and Violi Properties. Aloha Kaua'i. In a couple hours, this place is gonna be packed. Today, Hō'ike Kaua'i Community Media is hosting an open house for Community Media Day. We're welcoming everyone inside our studio, and along with KKCR, we'll be talking story from 4:30 till about 6 about why community media is so important. County council members, local business owners, Kauai nonprofits, and even some of our community producers will be here as well. Free speech is so incredibly important, and having accessible media for everyone so that their voices can be heard is basically what KKCR and Hō'ike are all about. We've got tons of food and drinks and even some prizes to give out, so join us tonight from 4:30 to 6 at 4318 Rice Street for a Community Media Day open house and see what kind of stories you hear. In the meantime, we got to get this show rolling. All right, deep breath in, shake out the nerves, and here we go. I'm Trisha Allen, and this is the Hoike Weekly. Time to just dive right into the news flash. Our island may be small, but there's a lot happening around here, and you have things to do. So let's give you the latest in a short and entertaining way so you can go about your week informed. A 1-acre brush fire broke out in Anahola yesterday, closing down Kuhio Highway near Anahola Marketplace around 1 p.m. Then another brush fire near Kalalea Road, around 5,000 square feet in size, broke out shortly afterwards. As of 3:45 yesterday, both fires were under control thanks to the quick action of the Kapa'a and Kaiakea fire stations. Members of the United Public Workers will be making a little extra money after a temporary hazard pay agreement was reached with Kauai County. This additional compensation will also apply to Lihue Airport custodians and county refuse transfer station workers who served the island community during the pandemic. This settlement follows a grievance filed by the union on behalf of county employees required to report for duty during the pandemic. Union workers will be awarded 15% temporary hazard pay for hours worked at their base rate of pay in between March 2020 and March 2022. Refuse collection equipment operators get an even sweeter deal. They'll receive 15% temporary hazard pay for their scheduled work hours, regardless of physical attendance. All payments made to workers will be made in one lump sum. And that payment may be just in time too, because if Young Brothers gets their way, the cost of goods shipped to Kauai inter-island are likely to increase pretty dramatically. Young Brothers LLC is asking the Hawaii Public Utilities Commission to approve a rate increase of $26.3 million to help cover high costs and investment necessary to upgrade equipment and infrastructure. This would raise prices by an average of 20% for most cargo being shipped inter-island, which would likely lead to higher prices for products in stores, since businesses are very likely to pass their increased shipping costs to us, the consumers. But that's not the only area where prices will likely go up. Items like containers, cars, roll-on and roll-off cargo, as well as palletized goods would all see significant rate increases, and that would directly affect the final price of goods for customers. Looks like I'll be packing a home lunch from now on. 'Tis the season for campaign signs. You see them all over the island lately, but political signs posted along state highways are illegal, depending on the category that they fall under. The Hawaii Department of Transportation will remove any illegal signs that they see, and they'll dispose of them within 15 days unless someone comes to pick them up. If you think one or more of your signs may have been taken down by Hawaii Department of Transportation, you can call the Highway Maintenance Hotline at 808-241-3000 to check. A complete list of statutes and rules can be found online at the QR code on your screen. In addition to sailing, navigation, and engine work, youth members of the Kauai Sea Scouts, aged 14 to 20, also learn about emergency preparedness. And it's a good thing too, because that training came in handy last week when they spotted a sailboat in distress during small boat training. The sailboat had missed its docking approach and was blown onto the rocks. Luckily, the Kauai Sea Scouts threw on their life jackets, grabbed their radios, and using towing gear, pulled the sailboat off the rocks and guided it safely into its slip. After the vessel was secured, Kauai Sea Scouts then provided first aid to the mariners aboard, treating some minor injuries. Another skill youth who join the Sea Scouts learn is first aid. More information about the Kauai Sea Scouts, how to join or volunteer, as well as information about their new 60-foot vessel, it can be found on their Facebook page or YouTube channel. Links to both are available at the QR code on your screen. Well, the students on Kauai will have one less field trip location to visit during the school year. Scott Junker at Kauai Now News reported on Sunday that the Makuwahi Cave Reserve is closing at the end of the month. Home to Hawaii's largest limestone cave and richest fossil site, leaseholders will turn the land over to its owner, Grow Farm. Recently, since the news of the reserve's closing has spread, 3 tortoises have gone missing, with 2 of them, a 30-year-old tortoise named Lily and a 56-year-old tortoise named Thor, suspected of being stolen. I guess the 3rd tortoise is known to hide and could be somewhere at the reserve. So people have until October 31st to visit the cave, which is open daily from 10 a.m. to 3:45 p.m. More information about the cave is available at cavereserve.org, and Scott Junker's full article regarding the closure can be found at kauainownews.com. A series of computer literacy classes have been held at several Kauai libraries during the month of October. Next week's classes about online safety and security will be the last of them. The Lihue Library will hold their session on October 23rd at 11 a.m. Koloa Library's session will be held October 24th at 10:30 a.m. And in Princeville, the online safety and security class will take place on November 5th at 10:30 a.m. Participants must be registered for the class in order to ensure that there are enough Chromebooks available for everyone, and complete registration information, along with other details, can be found at mapunawai.com/hspls-kauai-schedule. It's a long way off from the Kauai Pride Parade, but the 2025 Pride Scholarship application is open now. The scholarship includes 3 separate $1,500 awards and is available to students who will be enrolled in school at a college, university, technical, or vocational institute between June 2025 and June 26. Previous recipients of the Kauai Pride Scholarship are not eligible to reapply, but prior applicants that didn't receive the scholarship award are very much encouraged to reapply. More details and info can be found at kauaiparade.com/scholarship. The Hawaii Nurses Association held an informational picket for safe staffing in front of Wilcox Hospital on Wednesday this week. Recently, the Hawaii Nurses Association and Hawaii Pacific Health agreed to a ratio matrix at Kapiolani Medical Center, and now the HNA has moved the focus to nurses and staff at Wilcox. Hō'ike was there to check it out and spoke with people on both sides of the issue. Take a look. This is what it looked like Wednesday morning as members of the Hawaii Nurses Association, joined by other union members, gathered along Kuhio Highway for an informational picket advocating for safe staffing. Families were part of the crowd, with passing vehicles honking in support. Songs and chants echoed through a bullhorn, creating a powerful display of solidarity.
We're fighting for Kaua'i, we shall not be moved. Stick together, guys, because that's how we win, right? Yes. And you know that you have so many unions that are supporting you through your campaign, and the community, and everybody in this island deserves to have a peace of mind that every family member that walks into that door is going to get the best quality service for everyone, right? Everyone. And you guys are going to get it. You guys are going to win.
During a break, we spoke with one of the attending nurses to get some insight into the nurses' concerns.
Hi, my name's Denise Woods. I'm a nurse here at Wilcox Hospital. I'm out today to support all our nurses in getting safe staffing in our contract. Safe staffing is really about patient safety. Our patients deserve to be safe. They deserve to have a lowered risk of death in the hospital. Studies have clearly shown that safe staffing reduces the risk of death in the hospital. There are many states that have laws that enforce safe staffing, and we think that the people of Hawaii deserve the same safety in their hospitals that people in California enjoy.
After the event, attendees lingered to share stories, while public figures voiced their support for the HNA.
You know, what's good for you guys is good for everybody. It's good for the community. And we're all here for each other, so we're all here to support you guys.
Really proud of you. Keep going. You got this.
A member of Wilcox leadership team who oversees nursing operations also shared updates on the ongoing negotiations.
Hi, my name is Darla Sabry. I'm the Chief Nurse Executive here at Wilcox Medical Center. To give you an update on our ongoing negotiations, we are continuing to collaborate with our nurses. We care about our nurses. And as a nurse myself, you know, I really admire and respect the care that they give to our community. Across the table, we're having great discussions. We have given an offer and we continue to listen to our nurses, collaborate with them, and work towards a deal because we want to make Wilcox even better than it is today. And we really want our nurses to benefit from this offer, which will include, we've given across the board raises to our nurses. That's in the offer with some bonuses and some great benefits. We're very hopeful that we're going to get this deal and that the nurses can go back to doing what they do best, is take care of our patients and our community.
Overall, HNA's message was pretty clear. Both Wilcox Medical Center and the Hawaii Nurses Association promised to keep Hō'ike updated on their progress. Of course, keep it right here at Hō'ike for updates on that situation. The weekend begins soon, and there is an obscene amount of things to do this weekend, so buckle up while I rattle off this giant list of events coming up. First on the list, Community Media Day. I know I already told you about it at the beginning of the show, but Community Media Day is so important, it's worth the repeat. Hō'ike is hosting an open house from 4:30 to 6 tonight, where anyone can come in, check us out, and see what it's like inside of our studio. We're even recording station IDs for anybody who wants to get in front of the camera. Our friends at KKCR will be here too to give attendees a peek into the world of community radio. Oh, and did I mention that there will be food and prizes? Oh, I did? Okay, well, just making sure I didn't miss anything. The Kauai Philippine Cultural Center is hosting a Filipino American History Month event. It actually began today at 10 a.m., but will also run tomorrow from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. Live music, craft fairs, and a fashion show are just some of the events scheduled. A full list, along with specific event information, can be found at KauaiPhilippineCulturalCenter.org. Now, I don't know about you, but two of my favorite things, coffee and chocolate, will be celebrated at the 9th Annual Kauai Chocolate and Coffee Festival this Sunday, October 20th at Kilohana in Lihue. The event runs from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. and will showcase the products and talents of Kauai's local farmers, chefs, roasters, chocolatiers, and baristas. Live entertainment and workshops will also take place at the event, info for which can be found at KauaiChocolateandCoffeeFestival.com. A little while back, we featured a story on Kealahele Makalai's induction into the Trails to Rails Conservancy Hall of Fame and promised to update you on the induction ceremony. Well, the time has come. During the Make a Difference Day event happening at Lidgate Beach Park this Saturday, the now nationally recognized and locally beloved trail will be officially inducted. Hō'ike will be there to cover the event, but public volunteers for Make a Difference Day can view it all in real time. Make a Difference Day is an annual event and it begins at 8:30 a.m. It includes activities aimed at improving Lidgate Beach Park and the surrounding area. It's going to be a pretty big deal. Radio host David Lister from Star 94.3 will be emceeing the event. Mayor Derek Kawakami will be there to read a proclamation, and there'll be lunch, prizes, and giveaways for volunteers, and a guided bicycle adventure along the path to commemorate Kealahele Makalai's induction into the Rails to Trails Conservancy Hall of Fame. More details about the 2-for-1 event can be found at kamalani.us. Happening at Puakea Golf Course on Saturday, the 2024 Walk to End Alzheimer's. According to the Alzheimer's Association website, there are 213 participants registered so far, but day of registration is also possible if you get there by 7:15 a.m. The opening ceremony begins at 7:45 and walking will be underway by 8:15 a.m. All funds raised through the Walk to End Alzheimer's further the care, support, and research efforts of the Alzheimer's Association. Visiting the Alzheimer's Association website will give you any further details regarding the walk, and that can be found by visiting Hō'ike's Info Corner. That's the QR code that we've been showing you throughout the show, and that link is in the show notes if you're listening as a podcast. The Hanapepe Soto Zen Temple is having a rummage yard sale on Saturday from 9 a.m. till 12 noon. It is a cash-only event and no credit cards will be accepted for purchases. Beginning October 15th, which was earlier this week, the Garden Island Renegade Rollers will be hosting new skater practices every Tuesday from 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. in addition to their regular weekly practices, which take place on Sundays and Thursdays from 5 to 6:30. All of the practices are held at the Kapa'a Hockey/skate rink, and the new skater practices are meant for anyone serious about roller derby, and gear will be loaned out to those who don't have it. This includes skate and pads. It's also for anybody who's curious about roller derby. Information on becoming a referee or a non-skating volunteer will also be given out at these practices. Additional information about the Garden Island Renegade Rollers can be found by emailing joingirr@gmail.com or by visiting their Instagram page at Garden Island Renegade Rollers with a Z. All right, Kauai, that is all the Hō'ike we have for you this week. Don't forget to scan the QR code that we have for you on your screen or visit the tiny URL link in the show notes if you're listening on Hō'ike's podcast studio. There you'll find the Hō'ike Info Corner where links with all the details on events mentioned in today's show are available. I'm Trisha Allen, wishing you love and aloha. See you at Community Media Day!